What's going on, everybody? We're back for the Not Cool in High School Horror Edition. Today we're going to be doing Smile 2, which is horror suspense from 2004, about to embark on a new world tour. Global pop sensation Sky Riley, Naomi Scott, begins experiencing increasingly terrifying and inexplainable events, overwhelmed by... Hold on, I gotta hit more. Overwhelmed by escalating horrors and pressures of fame, Sky is forced to face her dark past to regain control of her life before it spirals out of control. So, I will say this: I hate that it's turning blue like this. Why is the camera anyway? So we watched Smile 1 a while back. I just had Lily rewatch it. We'll watch it herself to see how she thought of it and if she liked it. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? Smile 1? I think it's a cool premise. I think it falls in the same vein for me as It Follows. I think It Follows had a really cool presence, a really cool idea, or something different where there's like a chain and like it's going to keep going to you through a chain. And then you're trying to figure out the rules, or even if there are rules, how to defeat it or delay it or do any of that. But I like that. I like that you're trying to like, well, what if I did this scenario? Would it work? With this scenario, would it work? And I think it makes the Smile franchise have a future of like wanting to see more, because there could be creative ways of how to deal with it. Like everyone's like, well, just do this, this, and this. I loved the first one up until a certain part, unfortunately. I did not like the end. I thought the end was kind of weak. I didn't like that they showed the creature, or demon, or whatever it was. It looked weird. It looked stupid. It took me out of the movie. Everything up until that I loved. Some of the best marketing from a movie come from the smiles. Not as hard as in Smile 2 as Smile 1, but just people showing up at sporting events and stuff with the creepy smile. Awesome. Love it. I love how they did the cinematography in the first movie. First one up until the end is a great movie. I really liked it. I give it like a 3.5 or a 4, maybe a 3.75 if I really want to protect that 4. So I'm excited to see how Smile 2 does. 86 overall Rotten Tomato, 81 popcorn. I don't know what that is on Vudu. Maybe Fandango reviews. But I'm going to watch a trailer real quick. I'll be back momentarily. I don't know. I have never seen any trailers, anything about Smile 2, so I'm going into this completely cold. This is the first time watching it for me. And I'll be back in a moment after I watch the trailer. All right, we're back. Trailer looks awesome. So this one's a little different because it's coming from like a pop sensation. So someone who's really popular, famous, in the limelight. Hard to hide from people when you're famous and popular. Will it be chalked up to them being famous and crazy? Or I don't know. I'm excited. They already said that, showed the trailer, that there's a possible like maybe suicide where you bring your back with yourself with adrenaline type deal, where maybe you can beat it that way. So there's some elements to this that maybe they found a way to beat it or something. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it's a cool take on it. I think certain horror movies, I think they try to get their one and dones, and that's fine. And then some people, the franchises get bled out too long. This is one that I can watch different versions of it. I want to see how these play out more. I want to see how these progress. If Smile got up to fucking 37, as long as they stay creative, I think the premise stands for itself. It's kind of like The Purge. I can watch a million Purge movies because there's so many different stories you can tell with the Purge or with inside the Purge universe that I think it holds true. It's not like it's one entity or being like a Michael Myers or a Freddy Krueger. It's continuous. There's like the pattern sequence, and yeah, it's really limitless, which I like. So I'm excited to see this. It's gonna be a 2-hour and 7-minute movie, so I'm pumped for that. We have all weekend to stay in and really do nothing, so I'm going to watch a whole bunch of movies. The next one on the list will be Wolfman. I'll be watching that next for Not Cool in High School Horror, so I'm going to try to keep these bi-weekly for as long as I can, but because views are down, I'm using an editing software that I'm not 100% comfortable with yet, because CapCut is unusable on my computer. It lags too much, and I don't want to pay for Adobe because the channel's not where it needs to be to grow, to keep dumping more money into it for stuff to see if it works. I may be switching over to more of a vlogging style channel or a live streaming, game streaming channel. And then just doing the podcast maybe bi-weekly where I just put out an episode, whether it's an interview or whether it's a 5 questions or whether it's something along those lines of what we do with the cameras. I still want to use them in film and do vlogging and stuff, but I just feel like trying to get guests and trying to do all this other stuff, it's tough to maintain, especially when it doesn't get a lot of views or plays but you know, it's tough. I've been consistent for a long time. I feel like if it hasn't happened already, it maybe not it's going to, but so I'm going to lean more into just having fun with it and doing it when I can, and just content is something I'm attached to, but it's not the end all be all. You know, I have a job now, I'm making good money. Will I become rich and famous and retire? Probably not. Probably going to be poor the rest of my life, but at least with a job and keeping the focus with a job and not trying to chase this content thing and have realistic goals, I can live comfortably with myself and Lily and have fun and just enjoy life and make content when I can. But unless Smile gets me, and then, you know, it's all over. I'm dead meat. But we're going to go watch Smile 2. See you guys soon. Also, quick shout out to Lily in the new background, new shelves. We're going to be changing a lot. We're going to be getting more bookshelves and stacking things up and getting more collectibles to put on the shelves. Because here's one thing that's super dope with Lily. She's also a collector like me, and she also likes to add to the collection. So now she's into like, I want this horror thing or this Funko Pop, or I want this wrestler for the collection to put in there. So we're both addicts. That's pretty fun. So that's going to be a lot of cool to add new things. We also talked about getting Funko Pops because we're going to take the girls to go see more movies. So we have to get Funko Pops for Wicked and now Snow White because we went to there. I don't know if the girls will be involved in the horror movies anytime soon. Give them a couple more years. Unless you have a horror movie that we could watch for kids, put it in the comments. Maybe I think Goosebumps would be a good one. There's a Jack Black one that I think we could watch. I think that's a good introductory horror. It has to be a horror movie that they could watch with us and spend the night.
So, shout out, they're 11 and 12.
11 and 12. But they're very innocent, pure 11 and 12-year-olds. Yes. 11 and 12, by that time I've seen The Exorcist, I've seen Evil Dead. I was desensitized. Yeah, they're very sheltered. They're still very much kids, which I'm not about to change that anytime soon, because I think that's a dope feature they have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't want to warp their brains yet with excessive horror. Yeah, so let them. Well, they'll the second they embark in their horror journey, trust me, y'all will be here watching it with us. Maybe we'll even film their first horror movie when they get old enough to with their reactions, because I think Katie's a very reactive person and very entertaining with her reacting. Elena's just. She's like me almost, like she's like cool.
Animated. Katie's very animated.
Yeah. And when I say like me, it's not like I'm like, oh, she's like me. No, but just I think personality-wise, I think I align myself more with Elena. We're very much both of them, but Elena would like to just chill. Like, all right, whatever happens, happens. Yeah. And Katie's like, oh, she's like you, where she's like over dramatic and like, oh my God, did you see that? And then this, like, it's cute. I like it. But yeah, so if we do watch horror movies, I think it should be fun to have a visual of her jump scares and stuff. But that's like way down the line. But also horror movies that you want us to talk about or review or go check out, please put them in the comments below. And I'm going to watch it, and then we'll be back very soon to let you know what I thought of it. Bye. Anyway, we're back. Watched the movie. I fucking liked it. I liked it a lot. I will say this. The fucking monster. They gotta figure something out with that goddamn thing. Anyway, yeah, it was really good. So, this thing, there's no rules. You don't know what's reality, what's not reality. It gets you feeling like you think you know what you're watching and you don't. The first one did a really good job of that as well, where you thought you seen what was really happening and it wasn't, and stuff like that. I don't know. It was really good. I really liked it. The gore was good. The death scenes were good. Like, I don't know. It's a mental fuck. I think Smile 2 nailed it. It might be better than the original. I don't know. It's tough. I'm conflicted. I'd have to go back and kind of really remember, but I really like this one. I kind of, when it was going down at the end, I kind of predicted what I think what was going to happen, so I kind of nailed that. But
predicted it all the way through.
Huh? What?
You predicted it all the way through.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the way it was gonna end, how, like, the main part.
The plot twist.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, I don't know, I really liked it. I definitely enjoyed it. I thought the girl who played the main girl, she was the Pink Power Ranger. She was in a bunch of different stuff. What?
Naomi Scott.
Yeah, I thought she was excellent. I thought, it's pretty much the only one that really stood out. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, I watched a lot of movies today. I think she's the only one who really stood out to me when it came to the acting. I thought everyone did a good job, but she definitely killed it. She was really, really good. Good scream queen. She kind of reminds me of she could be a young Jamie Lee Curtis. I think if she stays in horror, I think she has a good horror face. I think she has a good scream. I don't know. I like it a lot. So I wanna say real quick. I'm trying to think what else I'm trying to say before I go into spoilers with this movie. I can't really think of anything at the moment. Yeah, I'll just, from here on out, it will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, turn this off, come back later. Or if you don't care, it's going to spoil a little bit. I thought it was excellent. The ending was really good. The fact that, like, now this creature feels like it may be getting found out by somebody else, of like, hey, this is the way to beat me, is by, letting him stop your heart and come back to life. There's too many people maybe finding out our game, so I need to mass spread. So let's get a pop icon that kind of fell into our lap, and let's do our thing in front of a full sold out concert, which is bonkers to think about. So Smile 3 is now a global threat. This thing essentially has grasped millions, whether not millions, but thousands of people, which is kind of creepy. I'm trying to think of other spoiler alert. Like, yeah, the whole, like, every time the creature would show up, man, it was just done really, really well in this one. Like, with the ex-girlfriend or best friend, the making you think. I think movies that make the lead actor seem as if they're not credible and crazy and not mentally well is scarier than the monster itself. Where you don't, like, you're like, fuck, no one's gonna believe me and they're gonna think I'm crazy. I think is such a good trope done in Smile that definitely resonates with me. I like when horror movies do that, because it has a blend of reality of, like, fuck, like, I can't open up and tell anybody. And this creature or demon or possession thing is just so smart. It's so good at what it does. It's such a good character. It just looks fucking stupid. It looks dumb. I hate it. I hate the way it fucking looks. The big long fucking Cloverfield body with the big fucking creepy. Hate it. Fucking hate it. Everything else is fucking dynamite. I love every other aspect of this movie. I love the way it's done, the way it's shot. It's great. I'm going to give Smile 2 a 3.75. I'm not giving it a 4. I'm not. I think it could deserve the 4, but I'm protecting it. I'm protecting that goddamn 4, because you just don't give them away. So 3.75, 3.5, still a fantastic movie. I definitely recommend you go see it. The next horror movie on the list will be Wolfman. I'm not watching it tonight. I'm taking a break from movies, and I will watch it tomorrow. But it doesn't matter to you. It'll be 2 weeks before this airs. Tons of Not Cool in High School stuff coming. More content. Just be on the lookout. Subscribe. And if you're watching this on the YouTube side on the ABJ channel, look below to the Not Cool in High School horror channel and go give that a subscribe. I think they're at like 3 subscribers over there. So let's beef up those numbers and help that channel grow. All right. See you guys next time. We're out of here.